with tonight's first presidential debate and what could now be the defining moment in a campaign that seems to have already had more than a few of them. More than 100 million Americans are expected to watch President and former Vice President Joe Biden square off the first face-to-face meeting between the two men in 4 years. And after months of lobbying long-distance attacks, aides for both candidates say tonight the gloves and the masks will be off in what both sides expect could be a deeply personal and contentious matchup. Tonight, Joe Biden is already playing offense, sharing his 2019 tax return with reporters, just as the president is dogged by new revelations about how little federal income tax he has paid over more than 2 decades. Both men arrive in Cleveland for tonight's debate against the backdrop of a global pandemic that has cost more than 205,000 Americans their lives, hammered the U.S. economy, and upended daily routines like going to work and school. Well, there's a lot of new reporting to get to ahead of this pivotal debate, and our team of correspondents is standing by to cover it all. CBS's Ed O'Keefe is going to lead off our coverage tonight from inside the debate hall. Good evening, Ed.
Good evening, Nora. As you said, just hours before the debate, Joe Biden did something the president has so far refused to do. He released his income taxes for 2019, signaling that recent reports about the president's financial history are a key part of his plan of attack. On stage tonight, Joe Biden's aides say he'll draw a sharp contrast. His 2019 tax returns show that he paid more than $209,000 in taxes on close to $1 million in income. That's compared to the $750 the president paid in his first year in office, according to a New York Times investigation. He paid no income tax in 10 of the previous 15 years, and he reported bigger losses than profits.
He has spent his entire life trying to find ways to get out of meeting the obligation that every other working person in this country meets.
The former vice president is also expected to focus on how the president has managed the pandemic, which has killed more than 200,000 and has literally changed tonight's debate. There are extra security and medical safety precautions in place. The governor activated 300 National Guard troops in case of protests.
Normally, we have an audience of about 900 people for these debates, and we'll have less than 100 in there today.
Thưa quý vị, là ngài Trump Biden vẫn cứ nhắm vào mục tiêu là đổ lỗi cho Tổng thống Donald Trump về cái vụ COVID-19. Mà quên, COVID-19 go away rồi, nào bây giờ là đến COVID-20.
What is expected is a contentious exchange.
I'm prepared to go out and make my case as to why I think he's failed.
Biden's a weak guy, I think. We have a debate coming up. It'll be interesting.
Mr. Trump isn't expected to hold back either, signaling in recent days he wants to talk about work done by Hunter Biden when his father was vice president. And he might call out Biden's mental fitness. Campaign spokesman Tim Murtaugh insists the president is prepared.
Hôm nay trong cuộc debate, khi mà được hỏi về cái khoản mà 3,5 triệu $3 mà con của ông Biden là Hunter Biden nhận được, thì ông Joe Biden đã từ chối trả lời.
That's a good point, Nora, and CBS considers Ohio a battleground state, sensing a possible chance of retaking the state. Biden is sticking around to do a whistle-stop train tour of parts of the state tomorrow. And remember, tonight, the former vice president has a bit of an advantage. He debated 24 opponents 11 times over the last 15 months. The president hasn't been on a stage like this since 2016. Nora?
Ed O'Keefe, thank you.